This is going to be a really quick, crazy, good review on the A-58 guitar wireless system. If you're a guitar player, you're like me, you know that wirelesses can kill your tone. I'm a shredder, part-time jazz fusion guy. Okay, I think this passed the tone test the second I plugged my guitar in. Have you ever plugged into some type of wireless and there's been a delay or there's been some type of buffering signal and then it cuts your note out unnaturally? If I want to put a heavy noise gate on heavy distortion, that's kind of an unnatural thing unless you're doing chuggy metal. But for bluesy licks, and you got that potential on one, that's when a wireless system can give away whether it's good or not. All right, so that's test number one. When I first plugged in tonight, I had broken a string, I was about to film the video, and then I ended up switching guitars, and I forgot the wireless was plugged in. I thought it was plugged into my cable. And that is when you know you got a good wireless. When your ears don't detect the difference between a good cable and a really good wireless system. I had purchased a really expensive Shure wireless system in 2020, and that was after trying about half a dozen wireless systems, which were really getting good reviews at the time. But I would plug in the wireless system, I'd hear tone degradation. It's not too much a matter of me, hey, can I run 200 feet away from my rig? Although that's important too. We're going to talk about that later in the video. It's more important that if I'm doing a show and I want to dance around within 6 feet of my rig, that my tone is good. You know, it's a plus if I can get a long range on my wireless system. So let's try that out right now. Tones are good enough for me for it to use this system instead of a cable or my other expensive Shure wireless system. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go downstairs in my two-story dwelling, playing my guitar all the way down a flight of stairs and then out the front door. I think it's a good test that if I go through a door, go down a stairs, go through another wall, and go through my front door out to my neighborhood where my neighbors are sleeping right now, and test, and I'll strum the whole way. So let's do that test right now. I'm gonna actually switch up guitars. This is the guitar I should be trying this out on. It's a nice light headless guitar, and running through my house, there's the wireless being plugged in, running through my house with a headstock is dangerous. It can knock stuff off or hurt the guitar. This one I can navigate very easily. So here we are at ground zero. I'm about to take the walk of shame from my studio out the door, down the stairs, and I'm going to talk the whole way so you know where I am. So what I'm actually doing right now is I'm recording myself going out of my studio, going downstairs, going around a wall, going around another wall, going outside my front door to simulate if this wireless will keep detecting, the receiver will keep detecting your wireless without any dropout. So here we go. All right, we're going out my studio door now. Down my hallway. A little dark tonight. All right, see I've hit the base of the stairs. I can hear my guitar in my studio faintly. Happy holidays, one and all. Okay, we're going out my front door. All right, that's good enough for now. And to simulate how far I've gone, you can see I'm still strumming here. I'm going back up the stairs. Center of the stairs. Studio A. And we're in Studio B. Okay, so that's me in my house, the average size of a two-story house, pretty much know what that is, being in an upstairs bedroom, going downstairs, around a wall, through a foyer, out my front doors when we started losing the signal. So I would say that there's other wireless out there that have greater distance. But you know, we're in a house going around a corner, go around another corner. I don't know if that's going to simulate, you know, an open stage with no obstructions other than, you know, another musician or, you know, stack of PA gear. But the true test is when you're on the stage and there's other wireless systems and other wireless devices in the area. So we haven't had a chance to test that yet. My main concern is the tone didn't drop out. You could hear on my recording that the tone stayed consistent and stayed thick. It was the wireless itself dropping out of signal. When I got this out of the box, came in a nice cool case. This appears to be very, very easy to operate. On-off switch here on the side. You can change the channel right here on the side. The receiver here, it looks very similar. Probably something you're gonna wanna mark. Maybe put a little colored crayon on there or whatever, because they look so similar. And if you're rushing to plug these in a gig and you plug them in backwards, that might not be good. So this is the channel scan feature here, the on-off button. Less is less. I love bringing less stuff to the gig. Well, I bring several guitars. I also double on keyboards. And the tribute band circuit, typically you're your own roadie. Unless you're doing national acts where you've got an assistant or somebody helping you lug on that gear and you don't mind bringing racks of gear and real tube amp head. The first thing I thought of when I plugged this in, it sounded so good, I want to go out and buy a couple of gifts for my friends. Retails a little over $100 on Amazon. A-58 wireless guitar system. I would like to thank the Xvive team for supplying me with this wireless to do this review. Brett Sullivan saying thank you for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and looking forward to talking to you guys about cool guitars, killer music, and I hope you guys are having a really, really good, busy holiday and festive holiday season. Talk to you soon.